Have you ever pondered over the journey your soul will undertake after death, according to Islamic beliefs? A fascinating contemplation, isn't it? This is our topic today. We delve into the profound depths of the Islamic understanding of the soul's journey after death. In the mysteries of Islam, the soul is an entity of great significance. It's the essence of our being, the core of our existence. It is believed to be eternal, enduring beyond the physical constraints of our mortal bodies. This journey of the soul after our worldly departure is a topic deeply rooted in the Quran and Hadith. We'll embark on a journey exploring the intricate stages the soul undergoes in the afterlife, according to Islamic belief. From the moment of departure from this mortal world, through the grave, the day of judgment, and finally, the soul's ultimate destination. In the next few minutes, we will unravel the complex stages the soul experiences in the afterlife according to the mysteries of Islam. The journey of the soul begins with the departure from the mortal world. This departure is not an abrupt severance, but rather a transition, as the soul finds itself untethered from the physical form it once knew. In the grand tapestry of existence, this process of death, as stated in the Holy Quran and Hadiths, varies significantly between believers and non-believers. Let's delve into this nuanced transition. For the faithful, the angel of death, as appointed by the Almighty, extracts the soul with a gentleness that mirrors a drop of water sliding off a leaf. This gentle extraction is a mercy from the Creator, a transition almost as seamless as falling into a deep sleep. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, described it as the removal of a hair from dough, so smooth and effortless. Yet, for those who have strayed from the path of righteousness, the process is starkly different. The soul clings onto the mortal coil, resisting the inevitable. The extraction is harsh and painful, akin to the struggles one might face when pulling a wet woolen garment over thorns. These vivid metaphors, drawn from the Quran and Hadiths, serve to illuminate the stark contrast between the experiences of the righteous and the unrighteous at the moment of death. They underscore the importance of living a life of piety and virtue, of being mindful of our actions and intentions, and of seeking forgiveness for our transgressions. But this departure is merely the beginning. The soul, now unbound from the physical realm, embarks on a journey that is both profound and transformative. It is a journey that transcends the confines of time and space, a journey that will lead the soul through stages of reckoning and reflection, of judgment, and ultimately, of eternal rest. With the soul's departure, the first step in the journey has been taken, yet what follows is equally profound. The grave, a place we often fear, is the first stage of the afterlife. This is where the soul's journey truly begins in the realm beyond our earthly existence. In the Islamic tradition, the grave signifies more than just a final resting place. It's a threshold, a rite of passage into the next phase of existence. In this phase, the soul undergoes what is known as the trial of the grave. Two angels, Munkar and Nakir, arrive to question the deceased. They ask about the person's faith, their understanding of the divine, and the way they led their life. These questions are not meant to torment, but to guide the soul towards introspection. This is a time for the soul to reflect on the life it has lived, the choices made, and the lessons learned. But what happens after the trial? This is where the concept of barzakh comes into play. In the Quran, barzakh is described as a barrier, a partition that separates the mortal world from the next. It's a realm of existence that is neither life as we know it, nor the afterlife in its full manifestation. Imagine barzakh as a waiting room of sorts. It's a space where the soul resides in anticipation of what's to come. It is not a place of punishment or reward, but rather a state of being, a transitional phase. It's a time for the soul to prepare for the next stage of the journey, the day of judgment. The grave, therefore, is not merely a destination, but a beginning. It is the first step into the vast expanse of the afterlife, a place where the soul embarks on its journey towards eternal peace or retribution. So, while the grave might be a place we fear, in the grand scheme of things, it's merely a stepping stone, part of a much larger, more profound journey. It's a place for reflection, introspection, and preparation. The grave serves as a transient realm, a waiting room for the soul until the day of judgment. It's a place where the soul begins to understand the true meaning of existence, the purpose of life, and the nature of the divine. Imagine a day that's equivalent to 50,000 years. That's the day of judgment, A day when time as we know it stretches and bends, becoming something entirely different. A day when the reality of eternity truly sinks in. On this day, a trumpet is sounded, and all souls, regardless of where they are or what they're doing, are resurrected. From the deepest corners of the earth to the farthest reaches of the cosmos, every soul is awakened. This is the resurrection, a moment when the physical realm and the spiritual realm intertwine in ways beyond our mortal comprehension. Following the resurrection comes the gathering. Every soul, from the first man to the last, finds itself standing in the divine court. The court is not bound by walls, ceilings, or any physical constraints. It's as infinite as the Creator himself. In this gathering, no soul is overlooked, no deed is forgotten. Then begins the reckoning. Every soul is held accountable for its deeds. The scales of justice are brought forth, and no deed, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is left unweighed. The gravity of this moment is echoed in the Quran. So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. The final judgment ensues. The book of deeds is opened, and every soul gets a glimpse of its past. The good, the bad, the moments of kindness, the moments of transgression, all are laid bare. The ultimate judge, the one who is most just, decrees the soul's fate. As the judgment concludes, the soul is directed to its final destination. The day of judgment is not merely about punishment, it's about justice, it's about mercy. It's the day when every soul reaps the fruits of what it sowed in the world. It's a day of reckoning, but also a day of redemption. The soul's journey doesn't end with the day of judgment, it leads to the final destination, paradise or hell. In the realm of the unseen, as per Islamic teachings, lie two eternal abodes, distinct in their nature and inhabitants. The first is paradise, a place of unimaginable beauty and bliss. It is described as gardens beneath which rivers flow, where no weariness touches the inhabitants, and the pleasures are never-ending. The fruits of paradise are abundant, and its joys are everlasting. It is a place where every wish is granted, every desire fulfilled. It is the ultimate reward for those who led a righteous life, a life of faith and good deeds. On the other hand, hell, in stark contrast, is a place of severe punishment and unimaginable suffering. It is a realm of fire and torment, a destination for those who have strayed from the path of righteousness and denied the truth. The fire of hell is described as being 70 times hotter than the fire of this world, and its torment is unrelenting. It is a place of despair and regret, a chilling reminder of the consequences of turning away from the divine guidance. These two destinations, paradise and hell, are eternal. They are not temporary stops but everlasting homes. The inhabitants of paradise will bask in its delights forever, while those in hell will endure its torments for eternity. The gravity of this reality is immense. It underscores the importance of our actions in this fleeting world, the choices we make, the paths we tread. Remember, every deed, every word, every intention matters. Our actions in this world are seeds sown for the hereafter. They determine whether we will dwell in the gardens of paradise or suffer in the fires of hell. The journey that began with this mortal life ends in an eternal abode, the nature of which is determined by our actions in this world. The choices we make today echo into eternity. So let us strive for righteousness, for a destiny in paradise, a destiny worth striving for. The journey of the soul, as described in Islam, is indeed a thought-provoking concept. We've journeyed from the departure from the mortal world to the first stage of the afterlife in the grave. We've stood on the precipice of the day of judgment and glimpsed the final destination, paradise or hell. Each stage is a mirror, reflecting our actions in this life. It urges us to reflect upon our deeds, our choices, and our intentions. For it's these very actions that will guide our soul on its profound journey. We invite you to continue this exploration, delve deeper into the teachings of Islam, and uncover more about life, the universe, and our place within them. So let's keep the conversation going. Forget to subscribe to Mysteries of Islam, comment your thoughts, hit the like button, and share this video. Let's continue exploring the profound teachings of Islam together.